In a lively town full of colors, sounds, and daily chaos, lived a young man named Samir. He was honest, hardworking, and had a heart full of dreams. But despite all his efforts, life seemed stuck. Every morning, he woke up with hope, only to repeat the same routine. Wake up, open his tiny shop, serve a few customers, close late at night, eat quickly, and sleep exhausted. Days, weeks, and months blended into one another, and his dreams of a better life seemed to drift farther away. Samir often watched the townspeople with mixed feelings. New cafes opened with bright, shining signs. Families drove cars that gleamed under the sunlight. Children laughed while playing in parks he could only watch from afar. And neighbors, they seemed to float effortlessly through life, while Samir struggled just to make ends meet. One evening, after a particularly long and tiring day, Samir closed his shop early. He walked aimlessly through the town's winding lanes, lost in thought, until he reached the outskirts. There, an old banyan tree stood, its thick roots curling like ancient serpents, and its leaves whispering in the gentle evening wind. Samir sat under it, head in his hands, feeling the weight of failure pressing down on him. As he sat in silence, an old man slowly approached. His steps were careful, his face lined with age and wisdom, and his eyes sparkled with quiet understanding. The old man stopped and said softly, "Young man, why do you carry such heaviness in your heart?" Samir sighed deeply. "I work every single day. I give my best, but life does not change. Everyone else seems to be moving forward. Shops open, businesses grow, people laugh and travel, and I remain here, trapped in this tiny shop. Maybe I am not meant for success." The old man nodded slowly, as if he had heard this many times before. He sat beside Samir and said, "Do you know, boy, that life often mirrors what you feed your mind, what you imagine, believe, and work for. That is what life will hand to you. Tell me, when you close your eyes at night, what do you see for yourself?" Samir hesitated, then whispered, "I see failures. I see empty shelves, tired days, and this small shop. Nothing else. I can't imagine anything better." The old man smiled gently. "Ah, that is the problem. Your mind is a fertile garden, but you keep planting seeds of doubt and fear. Whatever you nurture will grow. If you water fear, failure will bloom. If you water hope, effort, and belief, then your garden will flourish with success." Samir's eyes widened. "But how do I start? I've tried so many things, and nothing works." The old man leaned closer. "Start with your thoughts. Tonight, before you sleep, imagine your life exactly as you want it. Picture your shop thriving, customers smiling, coins jingling in your hands. Imagine it so clearly that it feels real. Feel the joy of success, the satisfaction of achievement. Then, when you wake, act according to that vision. Small steps, every day, will begin to change your reality." That night, Samir did something he had never tried before. He sat quietly, closed his eyes, and visualized his dreams. He saw a shop bigger than his own, bright and clean, filled with shelves of fresh goods. Customers laughed and chatted as they shopped. Coins filled his hands, not in fantasy, but as if it were happening right then. He felt excitement, pride, and hope swelling in his chest. For the first time, Samir truly believed that such a life was possible. The next morning, Samir woke with renewed energy. He smiled at his customers, even when they were impatient. He arranged his shelves neatly, cleaned his shop, and spoke politely to everyone who entered. He began saving every coin he could, instead of spending on small distractions. He read books about trade and business, learning strategies he had never known. Slowly, very slowly, things began to change. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Samir's small shop started drawing more customers. People came not just for goods, but because of the warmth and honesty in his smile. Months turned into years, and Samir's shop flourished into a vibrant marketplace. He had more than he had ever imagined. Yet he never forgot the old man under the banyan tree who taught him the most important lesson of all. One evening, standing in his thriving shop, watching customers laugh and the coins pile in the cash register, Samir whispered to himself, "It was never magic. It was belief, nurtured with consistent effort, that shaped my destiny." From that day onward, whenever someone complained about life being unfair, Samir would smile and say, "Your thoughts are architects. If you design failure in your mind, that is what you will build. But if you design success, paired with effort and faith, life will eventually reflect it." That is the real power of manifestation. Moral: what you hold in your mind shapes what you hold in your hands. Dream it, believe it, work for it, and it will become your reality. Words to learn from the story: diligent, showing steady and careful effort. Example: she was diligent in her studies and never missed a single assignment. Flourish, to grow or develop successfully. Example: the small garden flourished after months of care, fertile, capable of producing growth. Example: a fertile mind can imagine endless possibilities. Visualize, to imagine something clearly in your mind. Example: athletes visualize winning before every match. Consistent, doing something in the same way over time. Example: consistent practice improved her piano skills greatly. Manifestation, turning thoughts and beliefs into reality. Example: hard work and belief led to the manifestation of his dream. Architects, creators or designers. Example: our thoughts are the architects of our lives. If this story inspired you, and you want more simple, powerful tales that teach life lessons, make sure to subscribe to Moral Echo Tales and hit the bell icon so you never miss a story.